morph into different shapes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These are interesting because they're much older. They're dinosaur, but smaller dinosaur. They're like a late Triassic dinosaur.
Hey guys, well, okay.
That's okay.
All right. Do you remember which one, which containers?
It doesn't matter. They all were in that container.
Okay.
So this and the difference. One of the interesting things about this is that there's no preservation of any interior structure.
Huh.
Right, and the mineralogy is different. It's a purplish.
Because it was all filled in at one point, and.
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure exactly how.
Oh, that's enthusiasm.
Yeah.
It's like an Easter egg on here.
But anyway, these are 160 million years older than those.
Yeah. And you know that by the layer you dug in? Is that really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right. Yeah, the Triassic.
And where again have you dug?
Oh, Argentina, Dakotas, Montana.
Anywhere in Utah?
No, not yet. I'd like to get on a dig in Utah.
Oh, you guys. What do you think, Shaker?
So what do you see? Take a look at some of them and see what you think they might be. So what do you think that is?
What is that, Seamus?
A shell? No. It looks like maybe it's part of a limb bone. Hard to tell. It could be part of the toe. This right here looks like it's the end of a bone. You see that flat surface would have had tendons.
See that,
Connecting
Seamus? You know what tendons are? You don't know what tendons are yet. But.
No. And that looks like a turtle. Now this, this is kind of a funny thing. Isn't that a funny looking thing? See how it's got the little holes in the surface of it and all that? You'd never guess where that comes from.
What do you think? Holes in it, that's right.
Yeah. Do you know where it might come from? It's actually it's a floating bone. In crocodiles,
really?
Underneath the skin, they have these little bony plates that form. They're called scutes, or what's the other word? Endoderms or ectoderms.
What do you think of that, Seamus? We're going to have to get more stuff like this in the dinosaur park.
Yeah, that's a part of a rib. Looks like a part of a rib. This is definitely a part of a rib here. See? Curve. Here's a little rib of something that was small. This looks like it was
from a Leosaurus, huh?
This looks like it was part of a jaw, like a crocodile jaw. Let's see any
Yeah,
tooth.
bite.
Let's see any tooth holes here.
Bite with the big tooth. Look at the big, where's that big tooth? Over there. Look how big that tooth is. Yeah, what do you think? You think that could eat that bacon we had this morning?
Banana there.
Yeah, what do you think that would do to the strawberries and mangoes we ate this morning? Look at the size of that tooth. Hold that up for Daddy. Look at how big that is. Yeah, that's a T-Rex tooth, right?
Yeah. One of the interesting things about Rex teeth is that they shed them quite easily.
Really?
So most of the teeth that you find are broken off from the jaw.
Yeah.
So this is a rooted tooth. This is what a tooth would have looked like.
So from
If the animal had died and decomposed, you would have found the tooth and the root.
because normally you'd find just broken end.
Yeah, these you would normally find, if you just found a tooth with nothing around it, you'd find a tooth that looks like this, where it's got a broken surface, broken edge. Yeah.
Huh. So from what you know about the T-Rex, scavenger or predator?
Both, I think.
Really?
But maybe the larger they got, the more of a scavenger they became, and
Yeah, I forget the guy's name, famous paleontologist who is pretty convinced now that we're scavengers.
Yeah, is it Baker?
Yeah.
From a Leosaurus.
What kind?
A
His grandma,
Crocodile.
he has a cat named Leo, so he's named Leosaurus. He has a new
So
dinosaur.
I'm gonna open up this one, Donovan, but I can't get these all mixed up with the other ones because they're a certain kind of bone.
Donovan, hold off.
These are all vertebra.
What do you think, Donovan?
Interesting.
Seamus, you want to take a
this is
peek?
you know what a vertebra is? A backbone.
It's a backbone. Look, Seamus.
So this is from a fish. This was actually from a 65 million year old fish.
You can touch it. Well, here. Don't get it mixed up. Yeah.
And
Keep
this
those together.
is from a crocodilian kind of a creature.
Look at that.
You can tell by the little hourglass shape when the processes break up.
That's from the Leosaurus, huh?
Let's see. This one is actually, you know, you can actually, this is a vert, you can actually see
Yeah.
the neural channel
Darn.
in it.
How about that?
You typically would have processes that can come out.
So none of that really is bone, right? It's minerals that filled in where the bone was? Or is it?
That's a good question.
Huh.
Yeah, I would say that after 65 billion years,
Yeah.
it's mainly mineral that's replaced bone.
Huh.
But you know, you talk to a paleontologist, and they'll suggest that there's some portion of the bone that's still there, not genetically
Wow.
reproducible or.
That is cool. Again with the.
Yeah, it's like feel the weight of that. If you compare that to the weight of if you had
Yeah.
an actual cow vert
Yeah.
in your hand or a deer vert, how light those are
Yeah.
compared to that. That's
Yep.
you know it's more of a,
Yep.
a rock. I'm gonna let you. You want to touch? Yeah,
Yeah. Look at that, Donovan.
pretty cool. Don't throw it though.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you have to give it back to me.
There you go.
So these are all verts of one sort or another.
Cool.
I've got lots of little tins. I'll show you what's in these little tins, but none of them are show and tell. They're show and tell, but they're not touch.
Okay.
Not play stuff. So
We're going up here to the better stuff,
Yeah.
the more delicate.
Maybe not so much better as different.
Yeah, different.
So these are all teeth.
Oh, look at that.
See? These are all teeth, mostly crocodilians.
Wow.
You see, they're all different
Look at
kinds
that,
of
Seamus.
teeth. Like that's a front
No,
tooth.
Donovan, you can't touch, but you can look.
Yeah. That's kind of a front tooth, like a sharp tooth. But this crocodile's had little molars too. See that little, looks like a little acorn?
Wow.
You can see it's
That's
right
like your
to it.
Spinosaurus tooth. He's got one of those out back.
Uh-huh. So those are all little teeth.
He alternately loses it and finds it, digging
yeah?
for it. Yeah. He's really gotten into the digging for stuff.
See, these are teeth too, but these are dinosaur teeth. So,
Yeah, look at
see
those.
that's like a dromaeosaur tooth. You can't take them out. You can touch it if you want, but don't take it out.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
okay, Seamus.
Let's see. So
Take a
that
look
one
at
is an interesting one because
There you go.
most of the small dinosaur teeth you find don't have roots, but this has the root attached.
Huh.
You see, in the same way as that
Yeah.
T-Rex tooth has the
Yeah.
root attached. So these are all little dinosaur
Oh, is that
teeth.
fantastic? Donovan, that goes back in the other package. Lots of stuff here.
Is it getting boring?
Oh, no, he likes this.
Okay. Oh, this is fun.
We found
Can you guess-
that one.
Tell me what you think
Found
this
that one,
is.
huh?
We found it.
Yeah, you found that, huh?
Seamus, what do you
What's
think
this?
that is?
Come on.
What's it look like?
I Leosaurus.
A Leosaurus.
Leosaurus.
Everything is a Leosaurus today.
That's actually a pine cone.
I'll be darned. Is that really?
Yeah, these are all plant remnants,
Huh.
fossilized seeds, and amber. Oh, thank you. So here's some amber. So you can walk out on the plateau there any day and find
Really?
chunks of sap balls.
Yeah.
But this is 65 million year old. So that amber is you know what amber
Yeah.
is, right? So you can carve it.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
thank
didn't know that we
you.
could find amber out here.
Well, not amber, but you
Yeah.
can find the sap that would
From junipers or from...
fossilize. Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you go anywhere near a dead
Yeah.
a pinion, especially, you'll find it,
Yeah.
it kind of rolls itself up into
Mhm.
little spheroids.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Oop, oop. Sorry, I dropped it. So those are all little plants in amber
Cool.
and seeds, you know, fossilized seeds. Like that's a seed,
Mm-hmm.
fossilized seed.
Hey.
Looks more attractive on the other side there.
Huh.
See, like a little
Yeah.
seed.
Well, you were looking pretty hard to find all that stuff.
Well, you know, I've been doing it for so many years that
Yeah.
the stuff that is not important to
Mm-hmm.
here, this is an interesting thing. Can you guess what that is?
Yeah, it looks like a Spinosaurus tooth, is it?
It's a fracture of a rex tooth.
Oh, really? Wow.
Right. So it would have been,
Mhm.
you know, along the edge like that.
Yeah.
See? That's
Huh.
the tip of the tooth right there.
And do you think you got fractured through geology or through
Cows probably.
cows stepping?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of cattle where I'm
Yeah.
at there.
Hmm.
Somewhere around here, I'm not sure where I put it, but I've got I found, right in the middle of the cow track, I found all these pieces of a rex tooth.
Huh.
And I brought them home with me, and, I've got a three-dimensional
Mhm.
shape of it. You know, most of it's still
Yeah.
missing, but it's like a three-dimensional shape. These are all parts of claws.
Look at this, Seamus. Claw parts. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you got a bunch of claws out in your back.
Yep, these are like claws
Your
from
dinosaur part.
Erythomimus, turtle claws. Turtles had claws.
Hmm.
Claws survived particularly well. They fossilized particularly
Yeah, I
well.
like the fact you've got those in those little Altoid cases. I think I'm gonna start keeping those.
Yeah,
Because I wondered, you know, maybe that's the way to keep the stuff outside and keep it, the weather from getting it.
yeah, yeah.
I'd love to get something like you've got there, shelving that I can put outside where the kids can go out and go through the stuff and eventually learn how to put it all back.
Mhm. These are all like small vertebrae. So
Wow.
here you can see. Oh,
Oh, careful,
okay.
Seamus.
Oh, that's that wire. It could be sharp. That wire brush. So here again, you can see little neural.
Yeah,
And you can see some of the processes that were there.
cool. Wow.